inside the palace, has it?
The drone is in my car.
Okay. He's flown the pad from here, he's flown it along the drive and above. I don't know whether he's landed it inside.
No, I didn't land it. I just flew over the palace to do a bit of
And are you
nosy.
still filming? You're a YouTuber?
GoPro, yes.
You're a YouTuber.
Are you a viewer?
What's your YouTube name?
You're a copper, so
I am, yeah.
I'm just going to give you information
Is
without
this
a reason.
recording, is it?
Not the video, no.
No?
It will. Does it need to be, or?
No, it doesn't. So, well, what
Basically,
did it do with you then?
I've flown over there. I've had a lot of hassle off the, not these guys, but the other team.
You've been told not to fly here?
I've been told not allowed.
Yeah?
And I told them I'm allowed.
No, you're not.
So I did it.
No, you're not.
Over this because of the helicopters.
Carlos of the Durham family strides into court, acting like the rules don't apply to him. The judge lays out his record of skipped appearances, missed pet vaccinations, and self-assigned titles, but Carlos insists he's just traveling and not really driving. His wordplay doesn't impress the judge, who makes it clear that no clever phrasing can erase legal responsibilities. In the end, fancy titles and excuses won't save him. Everyone must show up, follow the law, and face the consequences of their actions.
Not a no-fly zone here.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes.
Can you show me?
You gotta look it up. It is on there. Go ahead and look it up.
I did all my due diligence before I got here.
Palaces, royals, and if the staff says no, it's
not about the staff saying no. It's about the law, my friend. Come on.
It is. It is. If they're saying.
So there's the no-fly zones, like airport there. But we're there. It's nothing.
But it's, if you looked it up, Hampton Court Palace, no fly zone. All right. So this is what we're gonna do.
I've checked.
Okay. Okay. Well, you can say that if you've checked or not.
There's no fly zone here, my
but
friend.
we're saying that it's not, and we've looked it up as well.
This isn't about claiming the sky anymore. It's a clash of pure stubbornness. Even when presented with clear, real-time evidence that completely contradicts his story, the officer refuses to back down. His position isn't based on law or safety but on sheer ego. Rather than consider he could be wrong, he repeats, "We've checked," to shut down any challenge, dismissing facts with a shrug. That kind of attitude doesn't just frustrate a debate, it erodes public trust. At the end of the day, drone operations answer to the Civil Aviation Authority, not one officer's bravado or self-importance.
So I don't look. It's a busy Friday night. All right, busy Friday night. We need to be out there. We're already stripped to a few units. Okay.
Right.
Right. If we can just get your name, we'll treat this as words of advice. Just please don't do it again. If the staff are here and all the other staff,
You should be educating them, saying he's allowed to fly over.
No.
We'll
It's not
speak to them
allowed.
after.
We'll speak to
We just
them.
have to deal with you first.
But we are just dealing with you. I don't want this to
But
go
you've
long.
told me it's a no-fly zone.
I don't want this to go on any longer. If we could just have your name.
But this is going to keep happening. If people come here to fly drones and these guys, not you, but if the team come out and say, can't do it.
We've already had the info done from our...
Can you tell me what legislation so I can check, because I want to learn here?
No, we've told you that is your learning. You're not allowed to...
That's not good enough, my friend.
Yes it is. Because we are police officers.
You're an officer.
We're telling you. Yeah.
That's not good.
On a chaotic Friday night, officers are stretched to their limits, with little patience for drawn-out debates. One approaches a drone pilot and says, "It's busy, give me your name. Consider this a warning and don't fly here again." The pilot calmly responds, "I just want to clarify the Civil Aviation Authority rules so your team knows these flights are permitted." The officer immediately cuts him off. "We've checked. This is forbidden." Case closed. The tension highlights a bigger problem. Enforcing drone regulations effectively requires clear conversation and precise legal grounding. Without that, misunderstandings escalate, friction rises, and public trust takes a serious hit.
I need to know the legislation. I need to know the legislation that I've broken here, so I don't do it again.
See, it's completely up to you if you want to give us your details or not. Okay.
It's not about details, mate. Your colleague here.
Yeah.
The reason I hang around for police to arrive, and I didn't hang around, I was getting some food and I saw you and I thought I'd pop over, is so that I can see or know that the people who have restricted my legal activity today, the drone flying, get educated and say, look, he's allowed to fly. You may not like it, but he can do it, right?
Hampton Court Palace have said that is supposedly a no-fly zone. So obviously we've come with like the information that we've been told. I've read through and it says no-fly zones, obviously 5 kilometres from airports. This isn't an airport, but the grey area that we're trying to deal with is where they're saying it's a helicopter thing as well. So that's where we're a bit...
Usually helicopter pads are not a no-fly zone, but they're on here to tell us to obviously watch out for aerial traffic.
Yeah, of course,
I haven't seen anything on, I'll show you what I look at. I haven't seen anything on the app at all
Okay.
It does turn yellow in a minute. There we go.
Yeah.
All that side there is, you'll see, Bushy Park.
When the auditor calmly asks for the legal basis behind the officer's claim, he isn't being difficult. He's doing exactly what any informed person should, seeking clarity. But instead of citing a specific law or airspace regulation, the officer shuts him down, leaning on his badge as if authority alone makes him right. That's not how policing works in the UK. Officers are required to act within clear legal bounds and be able to explain their decisions. Dismissing a reasonable question with, "because I said so," isn't public service, it's pride posing as power, and it undermines trust in the system.
Of scientific interest, SSI.
Right, okay.
But I'm not in that. We're at the Palace, which is actually right bang in the middle.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, 100%.
There's nothing on there to say I can't fly, which is why I did it.
I think what they are just worried about is if there is suddenly a helicopter that needs to come, which, I mean, I know it seems like a bit far-fetched.
Right.
Okay, but just in case.
They didn't mention that when we had a talk.
No, of course, no, I understand.
They just mentioned everything else.
Yeah.
A wedding going on, other concerns.
So yeah, there is something about the privacy side of things as well, because if there's a wedding as well, maybe they don't want it.
I said to them, I'm going to stay very high to the people with the tiny dots. I've got no issue with what you've said to me, but your colleague saying it's a no-fly zone, it's not good.
Yeah,
because now they're going to be under the impression that they can restrict people flying.
Yeah, that's it. I'll speak to them after, obviously. I'll speak to them. I'll say what you've said to them.
Oh, she's back out. Hello.
Have you got it in? Sorry, do you mind just going over there, please?
I can do, yeah. I'm going to go, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, well, that's why we're trying to speak to them, and we'll speak to you. If you can just stand by my colleague, please.
All right. Sorry to interrupt. I haven't got all night, mate. Can we do it quickly, or?
I'm trying to get it done as quickly as possible. If you keep interrupting us, then obviously it's going to take a little bit longer. Give me 2 minutes, and then I'll be.
Can I just go?
We'll just have to explain one or two things, and then you can go. All right, because it's busy for us as well.
Yeah.
It shouldn't.
I've been here a while. You spoke to you for an hour, didn't I?
It shouldn't be an emergency response, but if
what, you came on emergency?
Well, no, we're an emergency response team. All right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So basically, what they've said is, you know that you see those blocks right there to the left, just in front of the palace, that whole block there where the bushes.
This building?
Yeah, not the first bit here, but the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all like residential.
Okay.
Whereabouts were you flying it from?
I've flown everything, mate, but I'll be honest with you, this long building here,
it's
probably the one part I haven't really flown in there.
Okay, that's fine. It's just because you have to be 110 metres away from residential buildings as well.
No.
Imagine this: UK drone pilots rely on real-time, Civil Aviation Authority approved tools like Drone Assist before taking off. These apps highlight helicopter routes and caution zones, not to ban drones, but to increase awareness of nearby manned aircraft. Flight only becomes off-limits when you enter a true restricted area, like an airport perimeter, a military site, or during an active NOTAM. If your screen shows you're clear and you keep your drone in sight, you're legally free to fly. Simply seeing helicopters above doesn't prohibit your operation, it's a cue to stay alert. An auditor checking an up-to-date app and finding no restrictions is fully within their rights to launch safely. In the UK, the law empowers informed, careful pilots rather than allowing blanket no-fly claims based on guesswork or uncertainty.
120 metres from residential areas.
Why does it say that? I'm not trying to catch you out, I know my legislation on it, because I fly it, and I've never heard of that.
Drone and model aircraft code, points 3 to 9.
Yeah.
Fly below. And then there was fly below 120, which you said you were doing perfectly fine. No problem. And then there's a residential, commercial, 150 metres, sorry.
Okay.
Keep at least 150 metres away from...
My drone is small, so my drone is that.
Okay,
so go by that.
Okay, what drone do you have? Sorry?
It's 249 gram, it's under 250.
Okay, perfect, yeah, no problem. That's fine.
Is that been made clear?
His drone is under 250 grams, which that doesn't apply to.
Good.
So...
You saw the drone, right? It was a baby.
It's the weight, and the weight only. So if it's below, hang on. If the weight is 150, if the weight is 150, then it's above. Then all the license, blah blah blah, and all that. If it's less than, however, that supersedes if it has a camera.
Then the officer insists that drones must stay 120 meters away from any homes, but that claim falls apart under scrutiny. First, the old rule set the limit at 150 meters, not 120. Second, that restriction only applied under previous legislation and only to heavier drones in the A2 and A3 risk categories. The Auditor's DJI Mini weighs less than 250 grams and falls into the A1 subcategory. Under the UK's current open category rules, A1 drones can legally operate near houses, shops, and parks as long as the pilot keeps the craft in sight. This isn't guesswork, it's clear, law-based guidance that contradicts the officer's claim.
It doesn't.
I'm not. I don't. I've got.
Come on, man. I do this every day.
I've got better staff.
You shouldn't have been called. I know they called you for a good reason.
To do. Just please.
With a good intention.
Don't do it.
But it's not a police matter, my friend.
Just go. It's not. I know it isn't. If
You're telling me not to do it. I'm allowed to do it. I am going to continue doing it. Don't tell me not to do it, man.
Okay. Well, we'll be here then again.
You're wasting your time.
I am wasting my time. All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Why are you being stubborn? This officer's been great. What a rude. What's his number? 4198. There's no need for that, mate. No need.
Well, you're making it worse.
No, but you should be telling them. You should be telling them that we can't stop him.
Educating me, I know.
He should know the law. This officer knows the law.
It's nothing to do with
He knows the law.
Both of you. No, I'm the one teaching him. All right.
You're teaching him.
I am
Sorry.
separating both parties because
No, I'm going to go.
this
I'm going to
is
go.
not.
So you're teaching him.
Just when it seems the debate is settled, the officer jumps back in, dismissing questions and getting the facts wrong. He claims the weight limit is 150 grams, but that's not a minor slip, it's a fundamental error. UK drone regulations are built around weight categories, and for many rules, the real cutoff is 250 grams, not 150. Misstating such a critical number undermines his entire argument and exposes a basic lack of understanding of the very law he's supposed to enforce.
Don't really have time.
Are you saying you're teaching him?
I'm separating both
That's
parties.
awful, mate.
I've spoken to you. I've spoken to them. I've already.
Do you know what I'm going to do now you've dealt with it?
I've already said your part to them.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
And
I'm going to make sure that loads of people come here and fly drones because you need to educate them and say we're allowed to do it.
Well, if that amounts to harassment, then so be it.
No, not me, other
No,
people.
thank you, yeah, it's a harassment court of conduct of 2 by anybody.
You're talking rubbish, mate.
Okay, well, if you believe.
Sorry, mate, you've been more than, you've been perfect. This officer has a problem, and if he's teaching you, I feel bad for you, mate. You've learned a lot from somebody else, clearly.
What I
You
was
know, yes.
asking you
Yeah.
as a human being,
yeah.
we have children on site.
Yeah. I've got no issue with you.
Security breach. That's the only.
Of course I care about that. What did I say about that? I said I'm going to stay high, didn't I?
Yeah, I think they're just concerned about the safeguarding.
That's fine.
And the risk.
I've got no.
At that point, the confrontation shifts from drone rules to pure ego. The auditor calmly points out that one officer is accurately citing the regulations, while the other keeps stumbling over basic details. Feeling trapped, the hot-headed officer snaps, "I'm the one teaching him," a deflection that hides his own mistakes. He had already confused weight categories, invented phantom no-fly zones, and refused to provide any legal reference. Instead of acknowledging these errors, he leans on his badge, choosing bluster and bravado over clear, professional communication.
They've been civil, they've been polite, they've been professional. They had concerns which were, in my opinion, a little bit. Their concerns were a little bit unreasonable. What they were telling me, but they're not doing it on purpose. They're just trying to do their job right. Yeah. They call you guys for advice. You've turned up. I can't blame you for turning up because you don't know the situation until you get here.
Yeah.
But to tell me I can't do it and don't do it again is wrong, because I can come here tomorrow, or my friend could, and fly a drone here, and they should really go, oh, just ignore him. You know, he can do it legally, right?
The auditor calmly explained that he flies higher to stay clear of children, a precaution exactly in line with Civil Aviation Authority safety rules. Rather than recognize this responsible action, the officer fired off a baseless accusation, suggesting the auditor didn't care. That ego-driven deflection ignores the facts entirely and does far more damage to public trust than any cautious, well-planned drone flight ever could.
Hey, guy. Sorry it's happened like this, alright? You've been more than polite, no issue at all.
It shouldn't have gone this far.
No, it shouldn't. I'd gone, I was having some food. I've seen these guys come and thought I'd better pop over, but...
Alright, thank you for coming back over.
I've got no issue, it's just, I feel like you dealt with it badly, but that's your
I'm
choice.
not dealing with it badly. Look. They've witnessed how I've dealt with it.
What's done is done.
But it's not a no-fly zone. Anyone can fly their drone here.
I've made that clear to both sides.
Oh,
all right.
You told me I can't do it.
However, like, you know what? There's no. My colleague has explained it, and I've told him.
He's been banged on, yeah.
And I'm dealing with both parties, and I've got my colleague dealing with you.
Busy day, I suppose, as well. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go. Thanks, man.
No problem.
All right.
When staff are wrongly told that drone flights are illegal, that misinformation spreads, setting up the next lawful pilot for the same unnecessary clash. Each false claim creates confusion, spawns bogus reports, and wastes both police and public resources. Left unchecked, poor policing practices can become the default, turning lawful activity into perceived wrongdoing. As the exchange concludes, the auditor calmly explains to staff that his frustration was with how the situation was handled, not with them. He then lays out each error to the officer who escalated the conflict, yet the officer dismisses every point, letting pride outweigh duty. He had already misstated weight limits, invented phantom no-fly zones, refused to cite legal sources, and ignored reasonable questions. By contrast, his partner admitted uncertainty, listened carefully, and showed humility in clarifying the facts. This showdown demonstrates how one ego-driven approach can transform a perfectly lawful drone flight into needless conflict, eroding public trust. The auditor did more than correct bad advice. He showed why modern policing requires transparency, expertise, and accountability.